Hey you guys, welcome to I'm So Super Single series. This reading is intended for those of you that have not been in any relationship, maybe for the past 6 months or beyond. I know people still sneak on here, but you might mess up the energy if you're not single. So this is for people who just like are not do not have anyone in their lives, have not been talking to anyone. So it's an 8-card spread, and then I follow up with clarifiers, and I'm going to focus on first, why are the viewers currently single? So let me go ahead and focus on that. I'm going to pull a card from the top and the bottom. Ooh, let me take my house slippers off so I can get grounded with the earth. Okay, top and bottom. Oh, wow. Okay. And who's coming in? Who is coming into the lives of the single? One more time. And bottom. Okay, okay. I'm gonna flip them over. I think I do this like different every month. How soon will they be coming in? Oh, oh. All right, and then any personal advice while you wait? What can you be doing in the meantime or to prepare? One more time. Okay, okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. And I did not press record. Why do I always, the timer. I don't know how I always forget that. I set it up before I start the camera, and then I forget to press it once I press record. Okay, so why are viewers currently single? Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords and the Devil. Okay, so what I'm getting is that the central issue, or the central issue of the why, I see this as a couple of things. The person coming towards you may be in some sort of codependent situation. Maybe they are still attached to baby's mom, baby's dad. an ex. You know, maybe two, they could be going through something personal where they're feeling unavailable, like they can't give themselves to anyone at this time. They're preoccupied. Maybe they're married to their job. To those of you that are very spiritual, it could also be that the person coming towards you, especially if you're awakened, if you consider yourself to be awakened, the person coming towards you, maybe they're still kind of going through some sort of earthly, like they're bound to like still some sort of earthly matters that they need to let go of. I see there needs to be the ego. It needs to undergo some sort of transformation. Someone's mentality needs to cease. Someone has the wrong type of thoughts too. This also could be for you, a message for you. The reason why you're single is because you're holding on to some sort of beliefs, like you might be restricting yourself some type of way, or maybe you're like, I shouldn't like this person because it's taboo, or I shouldn't like this person because of something. I don't know. There's a reason why you feel that maybe you should not be liking this person, but this is saying that, you know, there needs to be a change of perspective here. You need to get rid of whatever these previous beliefs are. I feel too like you're getting ready to undergo some sort of mental shift here. It's almost like you are getting ready to reach a breaking point. You've probably already reached several breaking points, but it's like another breaking point is getting ready to happen for you. Maybe it's one last thing, like, oh my God, what else do I need to let go of? You also could be holding on to your ex. You might be the one in a codependent situation. You may need to release an ex or let go of, you know, any type of energy. You may need to do some sort of cord cutting. I'm getting here too, there may be a need for some sort of spiritual cleansing, spiritual preparation, spiritual cleansing here. There may be people that you need to cut out of your life. You've probably also been giving up too much time and energy to someone or a situation. So I feel like there's a lot of things going on. And I almost feel too like there could have been someone that was coming towards you, but you cut it off because you thought it was wrong, or maybe this is what they were thinking. Like someone could have recently ghosted you. Like if you've been single and you just started to talk to someone and then all of a sudden it stopped. Someone was maybe feeling like you were temptation for whatever reason. So basically, in a nutshell, I'm feeling like the reason why you're still currently single is because there needs to be a change in the way you're thinking. You're still holding on to something that is an old belief system or an old person or situation. So who's coming in? We have two energies here. We have the King of Wands and we have the Page of Cups. So this is someone who is normally a very strong-willed person, very passionate. This person's very creative. This person's going to have a very strong sexual appetite. They could be a literal fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, but they don't have to be, or they could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But I feel like it's more so, it doesn't have to be those signs, it's just more so the energies. What I'm getting is that this dominating figure, whether it's a man or a woman, is actually very shy on the inside. This person needs to learn how to trust their intuition. They need to learn how to express how they feel. They really need to come out of their shell. I feel like they're coming off very shy, even though they have a strong personality. I also feel like this is that Emperor energy. So the person coming towards you is very observant. They're very intuitive too. This person might actually be psychic, or they could be an empath. They might just be very sensitive, very protective of their feelings. I also get single parent vibe. This person not only may be a single parent, but I think they want to have more children. They're coming off as very nurturing, someone who enjoys being active, someone who's very nurturing with their children, if they have any. If they don't have any children, I feel like they would be a good parent because they're very creative. Also, in regards to their personality, they may be, I'm getting like a couple of possible occupations that this person could be. So I get strong Mars energies. So people who deal with engines, meaning that could be someone who is a mechanic, a driver, or works around like engines. This can be a fireman, a policeman, someone who's very protective. This can be someone who's like a guard. This can be someone who works with weapons, someone who, or carries a weapon, like I was saying. It can also be someone who works with fire. So someone who is either a baker or a chef. Now I'm also getting the sensitive side or the creative side. So someone who maybe is creative artistically, someone who is like a director, someone who's an entrepreneur, especially someone who's very independent, very independent. This person does not like to be controlled. They want to be in control of their circumstances, their situation. They might be a painter. They might be a singer. They could be a writer, but there's definitely some sort of inner child, some sort of creative inner child within this person. This person may have a beard. I feel that they could be fair skinned. They can be any skin tone, but just the ones I'm picking, the energies that I'm picking up on is dealing with that sun energy. And I know the sun is bright, so they might be a little fair tone. I also feel that this person, they can have any color eyes. They could be dark, they could be light. What else was I getting here? They might have very lioness features, basically. Strong jawline, someone who really kind of stands out from the crowd. I feel that this person too may be between a height of 5'9" to 6'3", or 5'8" to 6'3". Now, I mean, that, don't get me wrong, it could be any height, but I'm picking up that more strongly. Someone who is in between that range. I'm not getting a strong name. Now, also, this person could live out west. or maybe they live to the west of you. Or they might live somewhere where it's very dry or very sunny. So those are a couple of the things of what I can get as far as who's coming in. Now, how soon? I kind of chuckled because the Tower and the Fool, which almost makes me feel like this person is already in your presence. You might realize that someone is right in your face, or it's getting ready to happen any minute. Again, this is dealing with both, to me, like Mars and Uranus energies. So it's going to come just kind of out of a flash, out of the blue. And the Fool is someone who appears out of the blue. It's like in a flash, this person is in your life. And I mentioned that before, like someone coming like right at the end of the video after you finish watching the video. It's funny, I was joking, but something actually unusual happened to me after that. But I almost feel like this is a similar energy, like someone, it comes just out of the blue. It's very instant. When they appear in your life too, I feel like it's going to take off very quickly. Because the chemistry is going to be on point. It's going to be lit. Like this person, once they get out of their head, once they come out of their shell, they just come and just kind of snatch you up or claim you some type of way. And I just feel that this is very unexpected. I think too, what this is saying with how soon this person is coming in, it's something about the timing is just, it really catches you off guard. It may also be like the minute you have some sort of emotional breakdown, when you feel like you can't wait any longer, or you've given up, or just, you know, something happens maybe in your life that you feel like you hit rock bottom. Here, this person comes, your life changes in an instant. This person, I feel too, like, well, I'll go ahead and do that. Usually I like to kind of tie in all the energies together too. But I feel too like this person is going to be like a free spirit. I feel like, not saying that this person can't be loyal, but they are kind of free spirited. So it's, I feel like you can't try to tame this person, man or woman. I feel like you can't tame this person. It's best to let them be who they are. But I still feel like this is what you're drawing in. This is what you need. This is the person that will be vibrating on your level. This is the person that will be resonating with your energy. So maybe it's something that you need at this time. Maybe you need someone who's very spontaneous. This is some sort of risk-taking behavior. Someone might just come out the blue and confess their feelings for you. It might be the person that you least expected. Even if maybe you suspected something a little bit, it's still something about when they come into your life or how they come into your life that is still going to just throw you off guard. It's like you're being thrown a curveball, and you might have a reaction that you weren't expecting when this person comes into your life. I feel like you're going to be shook. This person's coming in to shake up your world. Or again, like I said, they're coming right after some sort of major shift or event in your life. It could be right after you relocate, or it could be right after you started a job, right after you gave birth. Like maybe you're pregnant and single and you're like, so I still want somebody. I mean, it could be your surgeon, your doctor, or whoever it was. It's something very unusual. I'm getting like strong, unusual energies. with this when they come into your life. I feel too this may have a connection with Uranus transit. So I know Uranus is in Taurus. If you have planets in Scorpio, it could be triggering this meeting. It's going to be love at first sight too. It's going to be love at first sight or lust at first sight, whichever one you want to call it. We do have the devil and all this passion coming out. You might randomly sleep with this person too. I'm getting, like, say you're just supposed to meet up for this person for coffee. All of a sudden you find yourselves waking up to each other in the morning. Like, it's like, wow, what the, that wasn't expected. So yeah, very unusual connection, very unusual timing, weird circumstances. We'll clarify it in a minute. So personal advice here. Oh yeah, this was the top. Another weird advice card. Seven of Swords, the High Priestess. I see this as advice, as keeping it quiet. I don't know what it is about this person that you are connecting to. There is a need for you to keep it a secret. Keep it on the low. You can't tell people about it. You also may need to do some snooping to find something out. I don't know if you need to run a background check on this person. Yeah, I think you should run a background check on this person. Not saying that they did anything that you would be against. Hopefully it's nothing that, what do you call it, would be a hell no in so many words. But I feel like you need to do a background check, and I feel like you need to do some sort of investigating. Listen to your intuition about this situation. I also feel that the High Priestess is telling you that you need patience here. Patience is needed for whatever's going on in your life right now. Again, I'm getting, get a reading too. It might be time for you to get a personal reading. I'm not trying to hint, but for me, but I mean, yeah, I don't care if it's with me or someone else, or if you want to go to a psychic, or an astrology reader, or get your horary chart done. But I feel like there's a need for you to, it's time for you to do some snooping, research, get a reading, pay attention to your dreams. Those of you that have the gift of tapping into dreams, if you know how to astral project or astral travel, you may need to try to pry and see what's going on here. Also, sometimes the Seven of Swords speaks about self-sabotage. Please learn your birth charts and become, so that you can become aware of what your self-undoing is. The 12th house is the house of self-undoing. I can only use, let's see, I'll use mine as an example. So my 12th house is Cancer, and I can view that as being closed off. Like, Cancers might be afraid of opening up and expressing how they feel, which could be bad for me. So whatever your 12th house of is, the sign that it sits on, and you really can only know your 12th house if you know your exact birth time. And I use whole signs, you know, just because I like the way that Vedic astrology teaches, although I study more tropic Vedic astrology. That's when you keep your Western sun sign, but you use whole signs, and then it's other applications that you use from esoteric astrology, what ancient Vedic. But yeah, I feel that you need to know what house is ruled by, the sign is ruled by, and that could be the house of self-undoing. If you were Leo, 12th house, maybe you show off too much, maybe you brag too much, maybe you're too prideful. That could be your own self-sabotaging ways. If you're Libra, 12th house, maybe you give too much to the other person and don't look out for yourself enough. So I mean, you know, you have to study that sign and see what it is that could be your self-undoing, and try to become aware of it. When you're aware of it, maybe you can make some sort of adjustments so that you don't ruin it for yourself. Now, what else am I getting from this? I guess I'll go ahead and just start clarifying. All right, so clarify the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you should look at the nature of your 12th house sign and study the shadow side of that sign. Like, we know all about the positive traits and qualities, but look at the shadow side, and that should give you some sort of insight on your self-undoing, make you aware of it. What was that tried to fly out? Okay, I'm gonna just take that because it looks like it kind of fits. So, Ten of Swords clarified by insecurities, not trusting your intuition, not trusting that inner voice. Maybe it's you, or maybe it's the person coming towards you. Someone is lacking the courage to do so, even though they know deep down inside that they need to speak to you or approach you. It's like they're insecure, they're afraid. This person maybe has some sort of trust issues. This person also could be paranoid about something, just overthinking things. That is what needs to end. Like, let go of that. That might be your demon that holds you back. Someone is still fighting with their own inner demons of abuse too. I don't know if someone was abused in a previous relationship, or if this is like, it could be self-inflicted. Even to, and I've been getting these energies for a while now about someone who's really good looking, but you would never know that they were deeply insecure. It's like it doesn't matter that this person is a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. Somewhere deep down inside, they have some sort of abandonment issues, mommy issues, could have suffered from some sort of abuse issues. Maybe the mother was verbally abusive to try to keep their child's ego down, but instead, but it damaged them. I just feel too, and something in regards to, I feel too like maybe someone had a reading, maybe something was misinterpreted in a reading, and so you're afraid of what, because of something a psychic or a reader said, and you're like, well, I don't know, maybe, I shouldn't approach them because that reader said this, or because my astrology report says this. It's just it is some sort of self-sabotage, and also those trust issues that are going on. Why someone is still single, or why you're still single. Yeah, there's a need for you too to have some sort of trust. Trust that everything will turn out for the best. If you've been too pessimistic lately, try to overcome that. Something that you're feeding into. I almost want to say somebody lied to you, even if it was unintentional. Someone may have lied to you. Should I feel like apologizing in case I misled anybody? But yeah, always use your own intuition. It's okay to get readings and stuff, but always go with your own gut. Even if it turns out that the reader was right, at least you found out for yourself. So let's see who's coming, some more clarity on who's coming in. I almost feel too like there's a need for you to clear the path for this energy. Again, I'm not trying to tell you like, Kate, that you have to just like surrender to everything about this person because it's all about them, but it is something about like clear the path for this energy. Because this is a strong personality coming towards you. I feel like you need a lot of patience to deal with them. You have to be the bigger person. Jeez. I don't want to say that you have to let this person be right, but I am getting that energy. Like, even if you know you're right, don't pick and choose your battles with this person. Their personality is getting ready to be very strong. Maybe you've never really dealt with this type of energy before, but they're very nurturing though. This person is nurturing. They do have a soft spot. You need to have patience to learn how to understand them and them you. You have a soul contract with this person. Also, I'm getting Libra energies too, but you have some sort of soul contract with this person. And there, like I was saying, there's a need to make adjustments in regards to, you know, this person's personality here. I also feel like this person is going through some sort of legalities. This person is, that also could be what has been holding them back because there are some sort of legalities. Maybe they're going through custody. Maybe they're going through a divorce. Maybe they're in a process of separating things. Maybe they just got out of jail. I said that before. I don't want to scare y'all. But you guys, maybe it's not like for something major. Maybe it's like for traffic. Maybe someone needs to get their traffic tickets together. Maybe this person just had a name change. Maybe this person just signed a contract and they're going to be famous. Another reason why I was saying make adjustments to this person's personality, because maybe their lifestyle might be very different, or it comes with a lot. Wow. Okay. I'm not trying to scare you guys. Okay, it can go, I see it saying both things though. This person, like I said, is either coming out of some sort of karmic contract, or two, this is saying that you two will have some sort of karmic contract. It might get off to a bumpy start, or what it is that it starts off like extremely physical, extremely sexual, to the point where, hey, it's time for us to start having like a conversation. Like we can't just like screw all day. But I feel like something is very magnified when it comes to sexuality with this person. There's also some sort of karmic debt that does need to be repaid, or something needs to be balanced. Okay. So yeah, this is burning off some sort of karma. So it can still go either way, that this person is coming out of a karmic contract, which means they might still come with some sort of intensified baby mama, baby daddy drama. But it's over. You know, I feel like if that is the scenario, that they're not interested in that person anymore, but they have to, they're kind of stuck because they have children. So that person's always going to be in their lives, but they're not romantically involved. Now, when it comes to you and this person, like I said, it's like it has to be, there's some sort of karma that needs to be, a karmic debt that needs to be repaid. And then things kind of start off, go smoothly from there. Okay, I can again see this as someone who works in the industry and is surrounded by a lot of toxic people, a lot of phony people, or a lot of sick people. So they could be a doctor or a nurse. Someone could be going through a lawsuit. I feel like every card I turned over is like new information. Story just switched. But it's like I see someone has been under a spell. And you might be the person that breaks that spell. Someone has consistently been doing spell work on you or the person that is coming towards you. And finally, I feel like that spell work is going to be broken here. It's going to be obliterated. You know, time's up. Whoever's been doing the spell work, it's like, okay, that enough is enough. This is outside forces jumping in to stop that or prevent that. Also could be some sort of Capricorn energy going on. You also could be still holding on to a Capricorn or needing to release from an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If this was an ex and you're still holding on to that person, like you may really need to have either some closure or let this person move on. Yeah. There's something in, maybe they're still in your heart, and it's like a need to kind of let that person go, let that energy go. All right, so let me also look at the Tower. Let's clarify the Tower for the win. This might be something very mundane, like the next storm there is, whether it's raining, a tornado, an earthquake, some sort of weather extremes. It could be during that time where you're led to meet this person, or right after some sort of weather extreme. You the next day or later on that day, you kind of run into someone, whether it's in person or on the internet, is when this relationship may begin. But I feel like the Tower is saying like now. So I feel like some of you may be surprised that you've recently already come across this person. Okay, so Spirit has intervened. This is Gemini and Gemini season. So for a lot of you, yes, this is confirmation that is the time frame is now. Like we're in that time frame for connecting with this person. It's the person that you're least expecting, or maybe you already had an inkling, but you were like, nah, it's that person. I also feel like this is your ancestors or your spirit guides that stepped in and intervened. They made this meeting possible. This is something that was beyond your control because outside forces were at work. This is something that was already in the works, predestined, and it was aligned. It also could be that you came into their lives right as they were going through a breakup. Or because you came into their life, all of a sudden they had some sort of realization, some sort of awakening, like it crumbled their ideas, their thought process. Everything just went crumbling because of who you're connecting with, or how they feel about you. Is just like, this is insane, that this is my companion. So this person was meant to be in your life, and it's happening right on time, right when it's supposed to be. I just feel like it's happening. Oh, see, this is some sort of instant chemistry, instant connection. You guys are going to fall head over heels in love for one another. It, like I said, even if it's lust at first sight. I already honestly feel like somebody been, pleasuring themselves to the thought of this person. Girls, you be in a shower thinking about that person, got that good shower head. And then I keep joking about the explosion. Here's somebody exploding here. So guys, maybe you've been looking at your picture. It's not creepy if you like them. You would like to know that somebody was doing that to your picture if you like them. So yeah, like somebody been pleasuring themselves. You both have. It's mutual. It's not one-sided. Like you guys saw each other, or like I said, if you already connected with this person, you already been thinking about them and imagining what it's going to be like. I also feel like this is about a telepathic bond. Something about that electric energy, like that jolt of a vision or a thought. It's like a jolted vision or thought. You think of this person and boom, there they are. Here they are. It's like that you guys are connected or in tune that way. This person values you. There's a strong physical attraction I'm getting. It's very physically based at first. Not saying that it's not going to evolve into something else, but it is starting off very physically based. So I feel like you guys are going to be very turned on by one another. And somebody is, it's almost like someone is being a home wrecker. That's how someone would view you. But it's already written. It's your turn to be with this person. Their time is up. That contract has expired, whoever they were previously with. So you've been patiently waiting, and it's time. Time is now. It's just happening here. Secret. Okay, so the cat is out the bag. Someone is... I feel like you're going to be very surprised when this person confesses how they feel about you, or when it comes out into the open, like when someone reveals their secret. Maybe you've already been eyeing someone and you're just like, I'm just going to risk it and tell this person that I'm smashing them. It's just like, I was thinking the same thing. Boom. And you guys are just at it. But whatever the case, I do feel like it's very physically based. And I see too, that someone was torn at first. They were trying to hold on. I'm looking at my timer like, ooh, I'm going on long. But someone was torn, and someone, well, more so them, since you're the single one, they were holding on to somebody, trying to make it work, trying to make something work with something that had already died a long time ago. That's when ancestors stepped in, the universe stepped in. It's just like, no, we'll sever the ties for you. So this is who you're supposed to be with. Let me clarify the Seven of Swords, and then I'm wrapping this all up. Do I usually do it this long? I feel like I really went a long time this time. I think I'm going to Red Lobster tonight, y'all. I want me some crab and some butter. Oh my God, I'm getting like a tower thinking about it. I know I sexualize everything. Y'all should know that by now. Ooh. I see this as multiple things. Okay. The Seven of Swords. The situation starts off as a love triangle for some of you, which is why it's like, be quiet about it. There's a need to pretend to be friends, or pretend like it's platonic, but that's not what it is. And it's like, we both know that. That's what you guys would be thinking. We both know this is not just some friendly hee hee ha ha conversation. This is something very, we're thinking the same thing. You guys are going to feel what each other is thinking, regardless of what you're sharing with the public or sharing with other people. Now I also, as of late, this card has also represented some sort of, not just a platonic, you guys, I don't want to say this because y'all be judging too much, but this is like another type of family card. So it's either one of two things. This is someone who is not a sibling. We know it's not a sibling. But this can also represent cousins. I've seen it show up a couple of times now. And this is also about maybe possibly is taboo because like is guilty by association. So there could be that this is your ex's friend or something like that, or your ex's brother or sister when it comes to siblings. So something, you know, you guys are having to keep it secret for the numerous reasons, mainly the ones that I named though. Someone also would be sad or disappointed if they knew what was going on, if they knew the truth. So someone also could be trying to protect the feelings of an ex. But this is something that is it's just happening. I think someone's going to feel guilty. Someone feels guilty too about this connection. There's a guilty feeling. But yeah, I'm seeing somebody, this is kind of extending out what I was talking about as far as the advice. I'm gonna get back to the advice, but I do see something like having some sort of sexual healing, but it's like having to keep it under wraps. It's like sneaking around and doing it, or having to sneak around and you know, do whatever. Now too, in regards to personal advice, there is a need to compromise there's a need to be understanding, and there's a need to have patience, because there's an outside influence that is still in the picture. That's what I was saying about, you know, like the baby's mom or the baby's father, they're not going anywhere. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they're still messing with them, but they might feel guilty for moving on, or, you know, something of that sort. So I feel like you're going to have patience with this connection. Some sort of healing. You guys are also being reconnected after some sort of silence too. If this is something that already started, then stopped, but you still call yourself single because maybe you didn't really develop anything with a person except for, you know, kind of getting acquainted with them. So I'm just going to take one last look and see if I'm getting any other messages. I feel like that's pretty much it, though. Yeah, I feel like that I covered pretty much everything. So I hope that resonates, gives you a peace of mind. Don't forget to leave your comments. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And many blessings to you all.